In nature, there is purity. As human beings living off of nature, our bodies should also be pure, ideally. The fact remains that our bodies are not pure. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, most of it is at some level contaminated. So much so that you truly have to be extra diligent when shopping for consumables. There is no just trusting the label anymore. Like myself, there are many of you who are always looking for ways to improve your health and achieve a level of purity that is within reach. One of the things that I like to discuss on this channel are the supplements you can obtain for your health. And so today, I have decided to share with you some information. Some of this information you may be well aware of, but I just want to put emphasis on what is important. I want to talk about what I believe to be the ultimate superfood, and that is hemp. Now, back in 1970, the Controlled Substances Act grouped in hemp with all other cannabis plants and deemed it a Schedule I substance. So, it was therefore illegal to grow in the US. However, you could still have it imported, or you could still purchase it legally in the US because it normally contains less than 0.3% THC. It wasn't until 2014 when all that changed and US hemp agriculture began. Since then, we've had an explosion in the use of CBD, or cannabidiol. So let's take a closer look at this plant. Let's examine cannabidiol, because I believe with better understanding of what we are dealing with, you will find that the positive impact it could have on your life is well worth the time to gain the knowledge. It's what you need to know. So hemp is what I consider to be the ultimate plant, and really the ultimate superfood. So first, and we'll just get this out of the way, you all understand that hemp is not marijuana. There are 3 species of the plant: Cannabis sativa L, Cannabis indica, and Cannabis ruderalis. And there are variations of each species. The difference, of course, being the level of THC in the plant, or tetrahydrocannabinol. The sativa L, or hemp, normally has less than 0.3% THC. It's a tall, branching plant that takes up so much less space than the other species like the indica. And the sativa is extremely high in fiber and grains. It is usually divided into 4 parts. The bast fibers, which is like the fibrous skin surrounding the stem of the plant. The herds, or sheaves, which is more like the core fiber of the plant. You have the leaves and flowers, and of course, the seeds. Now, this is a plant that is mature to fiber in about 2 to 3 months. And then you can get the grains from it in about 4 to 5 months. There are varieties, keep in mind. The bast fibers of hemp has a high fiber density. The tensile strength far exceeds that of pine, fir, or aspen. Plants like this also have a low specific gravity, adding to the strength to weight ratio. You could build an incredibly strong structure or home with hemp. That is weather resistant, by the way. The fibers of this plant are used for textiles, spun fibers for clothing, yarn, carpeting, paper, furniture, building materials, auto parts. The hurd or the shiv is the core, woody fiber. They use this for paper also, animal bedding, automotive and home insulation, absorbent materials, hemp polymer plastics, mulch. You can make hemp board or hempcrete. Now you have the hemp seeds, and the seeds come in a variety of ways. You can purchase raw, organic, shelled, whole hemp seeds or dehulled hemp seeds, which are delicious, by the way. They are a bit crunchy with the fibrous outer shell, but they are nutrient dense. They're great for exercise, and just a handful of seeds is almost like eating a meal. It will give you that extra boost for that strenuous workout. Plus, when you eat the whole seeds, there's about 10% to 15% of that which is insoluble. And the seeds' shells actually cleanse the digestive tract. They help scrape off the gunk on the intestinal walls. You can also purchase whole hemp seeds, which have the outer shell removed, giving you softer, chewier seeds. With whole seeds, you lose the fiber and nutrients from the outer shells, but you increase the nutrient to weight ratio. They are still shelled, sometimes called hemp hearts, but without the outer hull. One thing you should keep in mind, once you remove the shell of a seed, and this goes for peanuts as well, once you remove the shell, the seed starts to go bad. It starts to lose nutritional content, and it eventually goes rancid, which I believe leads to a lot of peanut allergies because people are eating deshelled, rancid peanuts without even knowing it. You can buy the hemp protein powders. A whole hemp seed is already 20 to 25% protein. Per pound, it has about the same amount of protein as beef or lamb. Hemp protein powder is probably the best protein powder you can use, period. The main reason being, and a lot of people don't know this, hemp protein is very similar to human protein, and it's due to edestin and albumin and globulin. Not to mention that it contains all 9 essential amino acids. Your body is going to absorb over 90% of those hemp proteins. It is extremely bioavailable to your body, and it's the best for bodybuilders. Because of the protein, your body's muscles can repair themselves faster. I've been able to cut down my recovery time to almost overnight when I was consuming a good amount of that protein. You want the hemp powder that is thick and has a cake-like consistency. Everything else is just a cheap flour form of hemp protein, which is, of course, not as good. The hemp coffee products are also great if you are a coffee drinker and want to try out something organic and has protein in it. Hemp as a food source, you're going to get all 9 essential amino acids. You're going to get calcium, you're going to get iron, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, zinc, folate. You're going to get vitamins C, A, and E. You're going to get some B vitamins as well. You're going to get fiber. You're getting omega-3 fatty acids, ALA, omega-6 fatty acids, GLA. It's so nutrient dense, you could literally live on only hemp for months. In fact, for preppers, if you had nothing but buckets of hemp seeds or protein, you're good. It is a fantastic survival food. Speaking of food, the leaves of the hemp plant are full of antioxidants or polyphenols. They are full of iron, zinc, potassium, magnesium, phosphorus, and fiber. They have the omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids and some omega-9 actually. And yes, you can eat the leaves raw. They have terpenes for the aroma, chlorophyll, which promotes anti-aging, anti-acne, and blood building. Think about a hemp leaf salad. That would be interesting to watch someone eat. You will also get the CBDA and THCA in the leaves, in their acidic state, which could also have benefits to you. So normally, most often the whole hemp plant is used to extract CBD, or from what's called a biomass. But the hemp flowers are probably one of the most widely used parts of the plant to make CBD oils, hemp oils, and smokable hemp products, of course. Which brings me to the topic of CBD. And I know some of you are like, oh baby, now we get to the good stuff. But before I get into CBD, after all the things that I have just stated about this one plant, why do you suppose a government would outlaw it for any period of time at all? I'll tell you why. The drug industry. Pharmaceuticals, that's why. You can't have a plant that heals you and makes you healthy growing all over the place when you are trying to keep someone sick. It doesn't really work out too well. So you just pay out enough money to get laws passed to make it go away. And that's exactly what they did. Think about the effect hemp would have had on the already existing paper industry. Think about the fuel and oil industry. Think about the food oil industry. The US ended that prohibition because they were starting to look bad to the rest of the world where it was legal to grow hemp. Marijuana, hemp, they know the demand is increasing, so they don't want to miss out. CBD products alone brought in a good $600 million last year. But even today, they still do not want you to know the truth about this plant or CBD. CBD, or cannabidiol, is a chemical in the sativa plant, and there are over 80 cannabinoids. There is in the human body what's called the endocannabinoid system. And within this system, there are cannabinoid receptors throughout your body. These are cell membrane receptors that are involved with some physiological functions: memory, mood, appetite, pain. There is cannabinoid receptor type 1 and type 2. CBD works on a number of systems like the opioid and serotonergic systems. In the cannabinoid system, it works as a non-competitive antagonist to CB1Rs, or receptor type 1. An abstract from the Internal Journal of Molecular Sciences states, indeed, the CB1R and the endocannabinoid system are largely involved in various aspects of central neural activities and disorders, including appetite, learning and memory, anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, stroke, multiple sclerosis, neurodegeneration, epilepsy, and addiction. The CB1R is also involved in physiological and pathological conditions in the PNS and peripheral tissues, including pain, energy metabolism, cardiovascular and reproductive functions, inflammation, glaucoma, cancer, and liver and musculoskeletal disorders. The expression of CB1R remarkably fluctuates in many pathological conditions, underscoring its critical role in a wide spectrum of biological activities. So, CBD and THC can help regulate or modulate cannabinoid receptor signaling. Some say a 50-50 ratio of CBD to THC is the best. Some say more CBD, some say more THC. In truth, it probably all depends on the condition being addressed and the person taking the dose. The point is, your body was designed to process and metabolize these cannabinoids for good health. It's like humans and hemp were made for each other. Soulmates, if you want to think of it that way. Now, I will save talks about tetrahydrocannabinol for another time. So I want to get right into the benefits of just CBD alone. First, CBD reduces inflammation as it encourages the activation of CB2R. It shuts down the inflammation response, as inflammation is a common complaint and reason why people start using CBD to begin with, especially older people suffering with ailments like arthritis and other degenerative diseases. Secondly, it suppresses pain, which goes right along with the decrease in inflammation. CBD also helps with anxiety and depression. It decreases the thoughts that would cause one to get anxious. It improves your sleep and elevates your mood. CBD is also used to treat emotional disorders as well as physical. CBD is also great for when you're trying to fight addictions. CBD helps suppress seizures and reduce the effects of epilepsy. It's been known to benefit those suffering from cancer. Now, I don't believe anyone should be using conventional means to eliminate cancer, but if someone were to use chemotherapy or radiation therapy, the CBD can help reduce the symptoms developed as a result of using those methods. Of course, if you are using CBD, there is no need to use those methods. CBD will help keep your body in homeostasis, which means it develops an equilibrium, a balance of physiological processes. This promotes healthy cell function, and your body is placed in a state to where it can now actively heal itself. Homeostasis is basically maintaining the balanced environment in your body. Acne, CBD being anti-inflammatory reduces the secretion of sebum by the sebaceous gland cells, which reduces the production of cytokines that causes acne. CBD helps to handle neurological disorders such as multiple sclerosis, seizures, Dravet syndrome, or epilepsy, Alzheimer's disease, which actually may be a disease developed as a result of a viral infection. Speaking of viruses, yes, CBD can help fight off viruses, bacteria, and fungus. It is particularly good at fighting off fungus like Candida. It boosts the immune system. They, of course, will not tell you that it has any effect on this current virus going around. It's just that they don't have enough information to say it works in any way. And this is the system we live in. Now, often at times, I will have individuals ask me about certain products on the market. They want to know what the best mineral supplements are, the best deer antler velvet, the best vitamin C, the best vitamin D, the best monatomic gold, the best colloidal silver. And there are so many products on the market, I have to personally test them out to see which ones are the best for the best price. And I dare not promote any product that I do not 100% stand behind and believe in. I like purity and I like potency. I like my supplements as close to as nature intended and strong. So I want to talk about CBD oils. When you go looking to purchase a CBD product or oil, there are several methods companies use to extract the CBD. You want to find out what method would you use to extract the CBD in your product. For example, CO2 extraction is more expensive but results in higher quality CBD. Other methods of extraction can produce a high quality and safe product as well, but there are more risks. Standard methods of extraction include CO2 extraction, steam distillation, which isn't that efficient and leads to inconsistencies in the CBD concentration. There is hydrocarbon solvent extraction, which is efficient but leaves toxic residue. Natural solvent extraction is also efficient and will leave the presence of chlorophyll. Sometimes the extraction process involves alcohol, sometimes heat, which depletes the nutrients. Some are heated to decarboxylize the cannabinoids, so you get cooked CBD oil. The bottom line is, some of these oils on the market are cheap. They can be old, rancid oil. They can have low concentrations of CBD and contain fillers. So for those of you who are interested, I have a special treat. for those of you who would like to know what CBD product I use and recommend, I'm here right now with a bottle of Nessa's Full Spectrum Hemp Oil from nessashemp.com. Now, some products are CBD isolate, which is just the CBD molecule alone. Full Spectrum CBD contains the terpenes, the THC, the flavonoids, and the other accompanying nutrients that complement the CBD molecule. Along with that, Nessa's uses living hemp, which means that the plant is kept alive during the CBD extraction process. When it comes to purity, the website has posted lab analysis results so that you can see what is actually in the product. It passes the test for microbial impurities. It passes the test for heavy metals, which is extremely important with these oil products. It passes the pesticide and residual solvents test. And best of all, Nessa's hemp uses cold press technology to extract the CBD, which is like putting the hemp and nothing but hemp through an advanced orange juice squeezer. It is the most natural way to extract the CBD along with other elements of the hemp in portions that you would find in nature. And therefore, you end up with an oil that has all the phytonutrients, the vitamins, the natural fats. It has a different taste compared to the CBD oil extracted with CO2 or alcohol. And what I really like about this product is that it's potent. This particular product comes in 500 milligrams, about 8.3 milligrams a serving, and it comes in 1,000 milligrams. And I will tell you, after taking this product, right after swallowing it, I can feel it. And boy, does it feel good. Especially post-workout when my body starts to relax. I take a dose of this oil and the feeling. Yes, I know some of you know what that feeling is like. Now, I am affiliated with Nessa's brand, and if you would like more information or are interested in the product, I have a link in the description box below that will take you to the site. And you can use the link below or type and use the code Woodward TV if you decide to make a purchase. Again, that is nessashemp.com/# Woodward TV. Once again, we have come to the point where I end the video and get back to work. But know that I am working to get you the best information I can. Purity comes in many forms. Your body should be your temple, and your health is your life and what you put into it. And it's usually only when you start putting the right things in your body that you truly start to feel what it's like to be healthy. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, good health. Stay awake, stay aware, stay safe and healthy, and I'll talk to you all soon.